Market predictions for 2025. As far as real estate goes, I don't think we see any changes if interest rates stay where they're at. The last 2 years, transactionally, we're down about 40% in terms of what we're used to seeing in terms of number of transactions. And as far as appreciation goes, generally speaking, we're up about 4% a year. Nothing changes if rates don't drop. And I don't have any predictions on when rates are going to drop, but I do have 5 bullet points on what it's going to take for interest rates to drop. So number one is going to be the gap between the 10-year US Treasury and the average 30-year fixed. Normally that's around 1.5% to 2%. And currently we're at 2.5% gap between the 10-year US Treasury and the average 30-year fixed. That's an easy way to pick up about a 0.5% improvement in interest rates. Second way mortgage rates can drop is unemployment. Now, I'm not rooting for higher unemployment, and I'm not rooting for people to lose their jobs. What I would like to see is better reporting. So what most people don't realize is when unemployment report comes out every month, it's based on a 60,000 survey. So they call 60,000 households to see who's working, who isn't. That's how they come out with the unemployment rate for the month. Third way mortgage rates can drop is if the talks about with the new administration, they're talking about tariff and applying tariffs to other countries. If that's essentially ends up being just a bluff to change policy, then the bond market will respond favorably to that. Tariffs are essentially, they're going to cause inflation. If we're going to tax goods that come into the country from other countries, then that's only going to make it more expensive, and that's inflation, and that's bad for mortgage rates. Number 4, oil production. If we increase domestic oil production and we lower the cost of oil, that's going to lower the cost of manufacturing and shipping. That's going to help mortgage rates. Fifth and final item that's going to help lower mortgage rates is making significant strides in cutting into the deficit. Those are your 5 items that's going to help interest rates drop. When that's going to happen, if it's going to happen, who knows? But you've got the gap between 10-year US Treasury and the average 30-year fixed to close, unemployment reporting to be better, oil production to improve, tariffs end up being a bluff, and the deficit, we have to make strides into cutting the deficit.